Good morning, boys and girls. Today's story is called Fiona the Pig, and it's written and illustrated by Lee Hobbs. So Lee Hobbs is the author. That means she wrote the words, and she's the illustrator. That means she made the pictures. Fiona the Pig. Fiona was a pig. Her bedroom was neat and pretty, just like Fiona. She lived with her parents in pig towers. Fiona adored her parents, and they adored her. But Mr. and Mrs. Pig were baffled. Their daughter wasn't like them a bit. For example, every day Fiona preened and pampered herself in perfumed bubble bath. Fiona even had a collection of scented soaps. "What soap?" Mrs. Pig would ask. "Why can't she wallow in the mud like we do?" Fiona had no idea her parents were worried. She was always busy making herself nice, doing her nails, putting her hair up, and powdering her nose. In the mornings, Fiona liked to join her parents and watch cartoons, but only after she had brushed her teeth, dressed her dollies, and tidied her room. "What a little fusspot," Mr. Pig would sigh. Fiona often had her dollies around her for afternoon tea. She liked to serve little cakes with pink icing and fancy chocolate cookies. "I've never heard of a pig serving dainty cakes from a silver tray," Mrs. Pig would always say. "Why won't Fiona use a wheelbarrow like I taught her to?" "What's wrong with that little pig?" Fiona's father would ask in between burps. "We brought her up so carefully." "Indeed we did," Mrs. Pig would reply. "She's becoming a real problem. Why can't she be more like us?" Look how messy they are. But I guess that's how pigs are supposed to be. One day, Fiona noticed that her parents looked a bit glum. Glum means sad. So she decided to give them a treat. First, she cut out some fairy wings. Then she made a fairy dress. Then she ironed her costume carefully. Then she practiced singing. After that, she taught herself to tap dance. The next day, Fiona handed out some special invitations. Then she had a quick rest. Fiona had to save her strength, for soon she would be very busy. There were curtains to hang, wings to put on, hair to put up, tap shoes to strap tight. And 2 very pigs to guide to their seats. Look at her parents. They look so concerned. Fiona was putting on a little show for her parents. And the pig downstairs, look at that, she fell through the ceiling. Fiona performed her ballet, "Pigs Can Fly." She loved her parents very much, and so she danced and tapped and sang with all her heart. And after her final song, Mr. and Mrs. Pig clapped politely, smiled, and left the room. Look at them. They're just so worried. They don't understand what she's doing. But that night, they lay awake thinking and worrying. "Why can't our daughter be more like a pig?" whispered Fiona's father. "Yes," agreed Fiona's mother. "She should be more like us." In the morning, Mr. and Mrs. Pig visited Dr. Pinky Snout and explained their problem. "There doesn't seem to be a problem," said the doctor. "Fiona sounds adorable. Most pigs are very clean and neat, you know." Now Mr. and Mrs. Pig were completely confused. "Maybe we need to be more like Fiona," they said to themselves as they rushed home. "I'll clean the house," said Mrs. Pig as soon as she arrived. "Fiona will like that." But housework was far too hard And anyway, Mrs. Pig liked the way her home looked. "I'll learn to tap dance," said Mr. Pig. "It'll be good for my health." But it wasn't good for anyone else's. Pig towers swished and swayed. And the pig downstairs was furious. Meanwhile, Fiona was preparing tea and cake for her dollies. She's just so happy. And 2 extra special guests who had realized something very important. Their daughter would never be like them, that's for sure. But Mr. and Mrs. Pig adored Fiona no matter what. As for Fiona, of course she adored them. She didn't care that her parents were pigs. After all, Fiona was a pig too. Okay, reading for information or reading for literature? Yes, definitely literature. Pigs do not do those things in real life. They don't have tap dances in shows. All right, who are the characters? Fiona and her parents, and the doctor too, I guess. Where is the setting? That's right, in Fiona's house, Pig Towers. And then, what are the major events? Fiona is different from her parents. Her parents are worried. They try to be like Fiona, but then they decide that they can just be themselves and love Fiona the way she is, and she can love them the way they are. All right, see you next time. Bye.